US companies rushed to dismantle DEI programs before Trump inauguration, and that's a beautiful thing. In an expected corporate pivot, several major US companies are hurriedly dismantling their diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI programs ahead of the second inauguration of President Donald J. Trump. This strategic retreat of ideologically captured companies comes in light of the incoming administration's vocal opposition to what they describe as woke culture and anti-white racism, with DEI initiatives at the forefront of their critique. Hey guys, Mizuki here. So guess what? Corporate America is in full-on panic mode right now, and honestly, it's kind of amazing to watch. Major US companies are speedrunning the dismantling of the diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI programs faster than you can say Trump 2024. And why? Because Mr. Orange is coming back for round 2, and he is bringing a flamethrower for anything with woke in its name. But before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank you all my patrons that support my work here on YouTube, and especially my Three-Tailed Fox tier members Heath Rowell and Fenny Sylvy for the incredible support to my work. You guys are amazing. So, picture this: Walmart, Ford, Amazon, McDonald's, and even Meta are all pulling the plug on their DEI programs like it's an awkward karaoke night they are desperately trying to escape. Meta even dissolved its DEI team entirely. It's like they all got a group test saying, "Hey, delete this before that checks your browse history." This change, though, is taking a little bit more of time to affect game studios for now, but if everything go on like that, we're gonna see they crying out loud too. We can already see one company here and there have meltdowns. Now, before we dive deeper into the drama, let's remember why this is happening. Trump and his crew have made it crystal clear that DEI is their public enemy number one. They are framing it as anti-white racism and woke culture gone rogue, promising to nuke these programs from orbit with lawsuits and investigations. And you know what? They've got a little Supreme Court backup to fuel their fire. Walmart went as far as to completely ghost the term DEI from their corporate vocabulary. Like, imagine work on those initiatives for years, only to wake up one day and find out your whole job title has been snapped out of existence. RIP to those DEI teams. And the timing, couldn't be more perfect for these companies to rebrand, hit Ctrl-Z on every policy they've implemented since 2020. Trump's upcoming inauguration is the ultimate deadline. Corporate lawyers are out here scrubbing every policy like they are trying to remove a permanent marker stain from grandma's dining table. Oh, and don't think this is just about avoiding lawsuits. It's also about pure survival. Nobody wants to be the next woke culture warrior slapped with a Trump-brand lawsuit. Can you imagine the headlines? It's like handing your competitors a shiny new marketing campaign against you. The first time Trump went after DEI, it was already one shot. He signed an executive order targeting race and sex stereotyping, and now he's coming back with more gusto. The message is loud and clear. Play woke games, win legal headaches. The irony, a lot of these companies embraced DEI to polish their reputations in the first place. Now they are tossing it overboard like a bad stock tip. And honestly, watching them scramble was weirdly satisfying. It's like they are finally realizing that pandering to Twitter trends doesn't always pay off when the legal system catches up. Well, if you're tired of hearing about mandatory equity training that feels more like a BuzzFeed quiz than real progress, this might feel like a win. But it also shows how much influence politics has on what corporations do or don't do. Groups like America First Legal, basically a brainchild of former Trump administration folks, have been poking giant holes in these DEI programs. Their argument: DEI policies are basically sneaky racial quotas, which, surprise surprise, are about as illegal as the loading movies on LimeWire back in the day. Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act literally says, nope, you can't do that. On the flip side, you've got groups like the ACLU screaming, but this is undoing decades of progress. Which, okay, it's their job, but calling racial quotas progress is kind of like saying your office pizza party is adequate compensation for overtime. Companies aren't just backtracking because of lawsuits, they are feeling the vibes of a massive cultural shift. Picture a giant pendulum swinging back to what we like to call common sense. Consumers are over the virtue signaling, and businesses know they don't want to be the next big loser in the culture wars. And oh, the irony once more, these same companies were bending over backwards to show off their DEI badges like they were in some sort of moral Boy Scouts competition. Now they are racing to scrub all evidence of it, like they are wiping a hard driver before the FBI shows up. Not exactly subtle. The debates around this are chef's kiss levels of spicy, or corporations finally ditching their cringy woke phase because they've realized nobody cares, or are they just trying to avoid the legal and PR smackdowns of a Trump-led government? Either way, it's giving big, don't get caught energy. Dismantling DEI might actually improve corporate culture. Hear me out here, okay? More merit-based hiring means less of this check-the-box nonsense. Sure, some folks are crying that it's a step backwards, but let's be real. Feelings-based policies don't hold up when your bottom line is on the line. And let's not ignore the elephant in the boardroom. January 20, 2025, Trump's return to office is like a looming deadline for companies to stop playing woke games before they start winning legal pain. Businesses are panic, recalibrating, and wondering if this is the dawn of a new era or just a very public way to say oops or bad. So, what do you guys think? Is this the ultimate clapback at DEI's overreach, or just corporate America's way of jumping ship before the storm hits? Let me know your hottest takes in the comments. Oh, and while you're here, hit the like button and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my Patreon and make a membership for just $5 a month, because unlike DEI policies, I'm here to stay. See you guys in the comment section as always, and bye!